Ramadan, which began over the last 48 hours, 24 hours, has a distinction of being the darkest month of the Jewish year as we enter into the winter months, the middle of winter, but also, perhaps reflecting a bit of the mood of the hour, the darkness. It also has what holiday? Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. Perhaps a reminder that even in the darkness, an important message for this moment, that we dare and we promise to see light. When we were in Poland just a few weeks ago, about 75 of us who are here for our reunion dinner this evening, we had perhaps the darkest day of that trip when we went to visit Auschwitz-Birkenau. I think many of our lives changed for that experience. Certainly a dark, dark day that we will never forget. But the evening, we saw light. Because when we drove back, we arrived back at the Krakow JCC, which boasts 550 members and welcomes some 8,000 visitors a month, and has become one of Poland's most visible signs of Jewish revival. A light in the midst of a historical darkness, a light that I'm excited to share is getting brighter and brighter. Those of us who will be part of the reunion dinner this evening, following services, will have the pleasure of being in dialogue with the brains and mastermind of it all, Jonathan Ornstein. But his mission and his passion for his work is of such importance and such a point of pride for us all that I thought it was necessary and hopefully inspire us to have an opportunity as an entire Park Avenue Synagogue family to spend a few minutes hearing from Jonathan on what he does. A native of New York City, he moved to Israel in 1994, having lived for 7 years on a kibbutz, and eventually, after combat in the IDF, made his way to Poland in 2001. In 2014, Jonathan was awarded the Cohen Award for services benefiting the Jewish people, and in 2015, he was awarded the Bene Merito Medal by the Polish Foreign Ministry for his work promoting Poland. So it is a great pleasure to welcome this boy from Queens, Jonathan Ornstein, to share a few words on his important work as the Executive Director of the Jewish Community Center of Krakow. Jonathan?
Thank you very much, Rabbi Cosgrove. It's an honor to be here. It's a little bit of a homecoming. I went to high school a couple blocks away, so I've come full circle. I really missed the 85 new friends that we made in Krakow. It was quite a special visit. It's not often that we have such a large group that comes to see us. There's a miracle going on in the unlikeliest of places, a place that we all associate with death and with loss. What is this miracle? A whole generation of young Poles are finding out that they're Jewish and knocking the doors down to my institution and others like it to rejoin the Jewish world. Who are these young people? They're the children and grandchildren of Polish Jews who survived the Holocaust and stayed in Poland and then went underground during communism. Not all Polish Jews were killed in the Shoah, and not all the survivors left. The ones who stayed during 45 years of communism stopped openly being Jewish and often hid their true identities from their children. Modern-day Marranos, or Anusim. And since 1989, two things have happened which lead us to this miraculous situation in Poland today. The first one is that non-Jews, Polish non-Jews, have taken a keen interest in all things Jewish, which has created a situation conducive to Jewish life thriving. The second one, the children and grandchildren of the survivors who stayed, they're not only finding out they're Jewish, but acting upon it. And acting upon it only because of the incredibly pro-Jewish environment today in Poland. I'll have to repeat that. The incredibly pro-Jewish environment today in Poland, which of course flies in the face of everything that most of us always thought about Poland. If you Google how many Jews there are in Krakow, and please don't do it during services, it will say 150 Jews. In our JCC, I'm happy to be able to update what Rabbi Cosgrove said, we have 600 Jewish members. The JCC that's been open for 7 years, opened by Prince Charles, which is a story for another day, and with new people walking in every day, new young people finding out they're Jewish and walking in our doors. Walking into a building, mind you, with absolutely no security. The gate is open, the door is open, no one checks your bag. You walk right in and you're greeted by a smiling volunteer, a smiling non-Jewish volunteer. In our small JCC, and for those of you familiar with the 92nd Street Wire, the JCC Manhattan, it's a different scale. In our small JCC, we have 50 non-Jewish volunteers helping us build a Jewish future. We have a nursery school and a Sunday school, a student club called Gimel. Why Gimel? Because they're third generation after the Holocaust. None of them, not one of those students grew up knowing they were Jewish. We have a middle-age club, which we don't call the middle-age club, wouldn't be a very good name. We call it Bet, Gimel, Bet. We have a senior club, Aleph, with 80 Holocaust survivors who are members of the JCC. These are Polish Jews who survived and stayed in Poland, Polish Holocaust survivors. We have a Shabbat dinner every week for 70 local Jews plus guests from all over the world. We have Hebrew classes and Yiddish classes. We have Arabic classes. We publish a newspaper called Jesteśmy. Jesteśmy in Polish means we are here. We have a Jewish choir, and as a JCC, of course, we have yoga. We have 8,000 visitors a month coming through our building, many of them Jewish, coming through our doors from all over the world, and they see Jewish life. Now, why does all this matter? I would say for two reasons. One, the more obvious one, we have an opportunity to welcome lost Jews back into the family and to help rescue a Jewish community the world thought was gone, a 700-year-old Jewish community. We can't affect the amount of Jews murdered in the Holocaust, but we have an opportunity to affect the number of Jews lost to the Jewish world because of the Holocaust and 45 years of communism. And the second reason, this is Poland. This is all happening in Poland. It would be important to do what we're doing anywhere, to bring Jews back in. But there's added significance doing it there. JCC Krakow is an hour's drive from Auschwitz. The fact that Jewish life can thrive not only in New York City, even in Queens, in Cleveland, in Miami, all over the world, but the fact that it can thrive in the very place where the worst thing happened to our people speaks volumes about the resilience of the Jewish spirit. Jewish Europe in many ways is not going in a good direction. And Poland is going like a rocket ship in the right direction. 75% of American Jews come from Poland. 60% of the Jews in the entire world come from Poland. And what a shame that the place we all come from is defined only by tragedy. We're a people of stories, as we know. And this story, the miraculous story of the rebirth of Jewish life in Poland, in a community decimated by the Holocaust and driven underground by communism, is a story the Jewish world needs today. Shabbat Shalom.
Jonathan, thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you again and again into our community, and we wish you and all those associated with the JCC in Krakow every success in this miraculous story. Yasher Koach, thank you.